The Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL. Do these devices show Google's new commitment to smartphone innovation? Or is it another half-baked Google idea the company is sometimes famous for? These questions answered next on Milton 1T. Google released two phones, the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. The Pixel 2 starts at $649 for 64 gigabytes of storage and comes in three inventive colors, clearly white, just black, and kinda blue, while the Pixel 2 XL starts at $849 for 64 gigabytes of storage but only comes in clearly white and just black. Also, I should mention that unlike Apple and the iPhone, there's a 128 gigabyte option that you can buy for $100 more on both phones. Now, for purchasing the phone, Google is partnering with only Verizon again, so the phone won't be available at any other carriers, but you will be able to buy the phone unlocked directly from Google. Also, don't worry about the phone being sold out. Google will allow for you to continue ordering, but you may have a delayed ship date. Now, let's start with the hardware. The Pixel 2 has a 5-inch screen and is squared off at the corners. With that said, they still have the large bezels on the top and the bottom of the device. Now, the Pixel 2 XL has a much larger 6-inch screen with the rounded corners consumers are starting to become accustomed to. Google chose to keep the bezels at the top and the bottom, but the design is a strong one. For the XL model, the bezels are small enough that they don't distract the user, such as with the 5-inch Pixel 2 and the iPhone 8. As with the outside design, Google has kept the back black glass that has now become a signature look for the Pixel. Google also has added some identifiable characteristics to the phone, such as neon power buttons. Overall, you'll notice the phone will not be as flashy as with the iPhone X or Samsung Galaxy, and is more dated than other manufacturers, even compared to the Essential phone. With that said, what you're getting when you're getting a Google Pixel is a phone that works. Now let's look at the camera. To be completely honest, the camera is amazing. The color accuracy and the detail are there, possibly better than the iPhone 8. Also, unlike the iPhone, the better is not available only on the more expensive models. The camera has a 12 megapixel sensor and has a small camera bump for those of you that care. It also has optical image stabilization. One interesting feature about the phone is that the camera has dual pixels. This means that each pixel is made up of 2 pixels. Apparently having 2 pixels helps with focus and overall camera performance. The cameras are fast, especially considering all they can do, and even come with augmented reality. So most of Google's improvements come in the form of machine learning, such as the optical and electronic image stabilization. You'll notice on the left of the screen, OIS and EIS turned off, constant shaking. Then the right of the screen, it's turned on. It relieves a lot of the bouncing effect, resulting in a smoother picture. Internally, you'll notice the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor with 4GB of RAM. There's also a USB-C port for fast charging. One noticeable admission is the very Apple-like lack of an auxiliary port to plug in headphones. There is also a dongle that comes in the box, but still interesting nonetheless that Google would leave this off their device. In Google's defense, there is plenty that Apple has stolen from them over the years. As for other internals, there are 2 front-facing speakers that are at the higher end of smartphone sound quality. They are surprisingly loud, so it should make those movies even more enjoyable to watch. Additionally, there is also Bluetooth 5.0, and the phone has auto pairing with certain headphones just like Apple's AirPods. Externally, the phone is made out of aluminum and Gorilla Glass, so surprisingly there is no wireless charging. Considering this is a feature that has become standard in many phones, with the iPhone being one of the last manufacturers to have wireless charging, it is rather shocking that Google chose to admit this desired feature for users. But again, this does support fast charging. Google says the phones are IP6 resistant, which means they are water resistant, not fully waterproof, so keep that in mind. As for the displays, the Pixel 2 has a 1920 by 1080 screen, and the Pixel 2 XL has a 2880 by 1440 screen. So this is not quite the 16 by 9 aspect ratio, rather a 18 by 9 aspect ratio. So movies may still have that black bar on both sides, but the display is large enough where that shouldn't really make a difference. As for the software, you can now squeeze the phone in order to get Google's Assistant, and in regard to photos, Google has finally taken the step to identify objects within photos. So if you're on your phone and you're searching for pictures of your dog, or that time you went out for drinks, the software should be able to record objects and search for them. So this is an additional step the company met when they said machine learning. This feature is in beta, so it's not going to work perfectly, but it's going to be continued development. Overall, the phone is well built. It has most of the features you would want, with a few features left behind that are disappointing, such as wireless charging. So who should buy the Google Pixel 2 and the Google Pixel 2 XL? First, people that love the stock Android experience. Android has come a long way since its beginning and in some cases outpaces the iPhone in features and in customization. Who else should purchase the phone? People that are looking for a great phone that just works. Unlike with the iPhone, where there are new innovations, so there are bound to be some hiccups, I do not see this happening with this phone. Now, who should not purchase this phone? People that are looking for a lot of innovation in their phones, such as an edge-to-edge display or completely bezel-less experience. Also, I know not everyone is a fan of stock Android, so some people who like the Samsung experience, which is Android, with Samsung layering a lot of bells and whistles on top of it. Basically, Google is doing a great job here. They have come out with a lot of products, besides for the phone, such as the Daydream View and the Google Mini, so stay tuned for those reviews. The Google Pixel is available for pre-order right now, and will be available to ship on October 19th. That's it for now. I'm Milton. Thank you for listening.